So second graders, have you guys ever looked at a book in the library when you go to the library to check or look at the books? Do you look at the cover and think that you might know what the story is going to be about? Raise your hand if you have ever done that. I've done it. So, today we're going to do that same exact thing in this lesson. We're going to learn about the word predictions. So I want you to turn to your partner that we assigned you, and for about a minute, I want you to think about what the word prediction means. What do you think it means? You can talk out loud.
It means we're gonna guess it, like the picture and see if you like it or not.
What do you guys think?
I think it means
If you know what it is, you say like something.
Yep, so you think you know what the story is about, right? Before you read, or when do you do it when you're reading?
Before you read.
Okay, sounds good. Good answer. Okay. Oh, let's put our desk down, please. Okay, so what do you guys think prediction is?
I'm thinking when you look at the cover, it's like the story of the book kind of.
Yeah, you can use the cover to guess what might be in the story or what you're going to read about. So you can make a prediction using the cover. Good job. Okay. Hey, give me the ruler. Thank you. What do you guys think predictions are going to be about?
guessing TV shows or anything.
Yep, you can guess about books, or you can guess what might be on a TV show or in a movie. Good job. That's a little different thinking, but I like it.
About what things are like about.
Yeah, what it's going to be about. Okay, second graders, I want all eyes on me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I heard a lot of good things about predictions, so we're going to make an anchor chart about them. Because predictions help us become a better reader. So when we make predictions in our stories, it helps us understand the story better, and it helps us become better readers overall. So, what did your group say for predictions? I'm going to randomly use the sticks, and I'm going to call on groups. So Austin, what did your group say prediction was?
Guessing about the story.
Yeah, guessing about the story. That's exactly what predicting is. Let's see what other people thought. Megan, what did your group say?
Me and Thomas said that it means guessing what it's going to be about.
Yep, good job. Exactly. We'll hear from one more group. Noah, what did you guys say?
We're thinking when we look at the cover and you know what it's going to be about.
Yep, good job. So, based off of what you guys said, we're going to make a definition for prediction. We're going to say it's a guess that you make based off of, like Noah said, the cover or different clues that you can find in the story. Or clues in the story. Okay, so I want you guys now to think silently in your head. You can shut your eyes if you want. I want you to think from the time you grab the book from the library and start looking at it to when you're finishing the book and you're on the very last page. When can you predict? What are the different times that you can predict? I want you to think silently in your head, eyes closed if you want, and we're going to think for like 30 seconds. When can you predict when you're reading a story? Yep, let's think in our head. Think for 15 more seconds. When can you predict? Okay, let's open our eyes. When can you predict when you have a story? Thomas.
was about?
Yeah, what it was about. What else, Josie?
Like, if you're reading a page, you can predict what's going to happen next.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. You two have good answers. So, there's two different times that you can make predictions. And one of them is while you are reading. Josie, what would you look at while you're reading to make a prediction? Like if you have the page of the story, what would you look at?
Those other pictures.
Yeah? So you could look at pictures. What else could you look at? What else is on the page besides pictures?
The words.
Yeah, the words. Because in a story, it's going to give you clues to what might be happening next. Bruce, please put your desk down. Thank you. So words and clues. So what about before we start reading? I kind of just gave you the answer. But when else can we make a prediction? Noah.
When you're on the first page, you can guess what happened.
Yeah, but before we even get to the first page, Gil. Okay. Okay, Thomas.
Are you reading?
While you're reading, but before we even start reading, what can we look at?
Who said it?
Austin.
The cover.
The cover! Good job. So before we're reading, we can start making predictions about a story. We can look at the cover. What else can we look at? What else is on the cover? Say maybe in this book. Tina.
The words.
The words. So like the title and the author. Good job. So the title. Or maybe the author. It'd be nice to know about the author too. Okay, so that's all I wanted to put on this. So what are predictions? It's a guess you make based off the cover or the clues in the story. You can do it before you start reading. You can look at the cover, the title, and the author. And you can do it while you're reading, using the pictures and the words and different clues in the text, okay? Do you guys understand that?
Yep.
Thumbs up if you get it, thumbs down if you don't. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how I would predict during reading a book. Because what I'm going to do later is have you guys split into groups and predict.
I've seen that.
Yeah? This is a book that you might have seen. It's called Stella Luna. So, before I even... Oh, hands down, please. Before I even start reading the book, I can make a prediction based off the cover. So I'm going to walk around quick and let you look at the cover. So, one thing that I could make a prediction about based off the cover is that it's going to be about a bat, Megan. It's going to be about a bat. And maybe some of its friends, since there's some bats and some birds. So I think it's going to be about a bat, maybe named Stella Luna, because that's the title of the story. And I think that it might be her name. So, when we go into the first page, I'm going to do a picture walk. And that's a good way to make predictions before you start reading. You can do a picture walk, and then you can look at the photos and see what it might be about. So in this photo, I think Stella Luna is out at night, and she is going to fly somewhere. So I'm going to predict that she is flying to her mother's house, to where they live. So that's my prediction. So in this one, if you can see, it looks like Stella Luna ran into some bats. It looks like she might be in a little bit of trouble. So, yeah? And she looks like she might be in a little trouble. So I think, the bat. I think Stella Luna feels maybe a little bit scared. Because that looks like a big owl and I feel like it might be trying to hurt her. And then in this one, you can see, I feel like she is all alone. Because if you look at all the big twigs and the trees, you can see that she's all alone and her eyes are really big, like, ooh, I'm really scared. So I think that she looks really scared.
Why?
So those are my predictions. Oh, we'll see, JC. So,
She is a bat.
I know. She shouldn't be scared, but she is. So, first, I made my predictions based off the cover. Second, I looked through and did a quick picture walk of 3 of the pages. I'd do more pages if we had more time. And then next, I made predictions. What were my predictions that I made? Can anybody tell me? Cooper?
If she was going to go back to her home,
Yep, where she was going.
and that might be Stella Luna.
Yep, that might be Stella Luna. What about on this page, Kaylin?
She is scared.
She is very scared. Maddie?
She feels inside that her body's cold because she's scared.
Yep, on this last page. Okay, so now the next step is to read these 3 pages and see if I'm correct. So,